All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Quick in transit to the spirit and power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson may be edifying. I just say, I clicked on, the Bible, and I said, whatever verse is there, that's where we're going to start at. So we're going to start at the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that may add sin and sin." All right. So usually when you deal with a covering, right, you can also associate this with, a doctrine, a religion. All right, because if you're covering yourself with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, there's things that you already know to not do. And if you don't know, well, you're going to either look up that information, or you'll seek that information, from the scriptures. All right. Or if you don't know, if you don't understand it, you may ask, these questions. You may ask these questions to the prophets, all right, so you could get a deeper meaning, or just to get understanding of the scripture that you may be reading that you may not understand. All right. But for instance, if you cover yourself with the spirit of Christianity, all right, well, you already know the things that they push that God is all love, God doesn't hate God hates sin and not the sinner. Once saved, always saved. That type of mindset. So that means you're going to operate in that mindset, meaning what? You're going to continue to add sin to sin, right? But see, us knowing in this truth, when we may do particular things, right? That's when, you'll have some type of, and there's a scripture that do talk about it. I'm driving, can't get it at the moment, because also, if you my right hand is still healing from being broke from a work injury, but nevertheless, scriptures go into a sorry or sorrow to repentance, because you may do something that clearly, right, is against the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. In certain things, even though your body is subject to sin, that's not an excuse to do such things. All right. But then there's sometimes that, your flesh will end up doing it, and your spirit is not, not in agreement with it. Okay. Your spirit is not okay with it, but your body still does it. That's the war of the flesh and the spirit, if you will, that Paul speaks about. All right, and Lord willing, I can go into that, maybe a little later, right, in the next lesson. But so when you cover yourself, like I say, in the spirit of Christianity, or the spirit of Catholicism, or the spirit of Islam, or whatever, because even when dealing with Islam, I'm not saying that some of their the things that they may represent isn't wrong, right? Which a majority of it is. Don't get it twisted. But like things like how their women should cover themselves. You know what I'm saying? Certain things of the honor that you're supposed to operate in, in your morals as a man. But then you got other things where you be like, what the heck? You see what I'm saying? So we know that that's not that way. See, the way is Yahweh Shai, okay? And the true righteous way to live is in the scriptures, all right? Point blank, period, all right? But going back to this point, if you're covering yourself with a covering of something else than the scriptures, then you're more than likely, right? The likelihood of you going off is going to be what? 9.5 out of 10. That's the point where I'm really getting at. Okay, so when you're covering yourself with a covering, but if it's not of the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai, it's that you what? That you're going to add, that you may add sin to sin. Because These other coverings don't have the true protection, the true knowledge, the true understanding on for you how to operate in the world. And that's just within anything of this world. All right? Anything of this world. Okay, so verse 2, it says that what? And I'll read this again. It says, woe to the rebellious children that said to the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that may cover what they're covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, that what? That walk to go down into Egypt, and I have asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, right? And to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And this is what you see a lot of our people indulging in, right? Indulging in and trusting in the shadow of Egypt and asking, the king of this place and their ways and the council of this place, that their way is the way, instead of asking of the true way, right? Right? Asking the true way from the true power, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, from the true men of the Lord, which is the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? But they rather what? Trust in the shadow of Egypt in this whole scenario or setup, if you will. All right? So with that being said, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So since you trust in this place, since you put your all in this place, well, you know what? I'm going to let that be your confusion, since you think that's the way, right? Even though you were told, okay? Even though you were guided in the true way, the true light, oh, you decided to stay this way? Well, guess what? We're going to let that be your confusion, okay? Because when you get pierced, as the scriptures say, what's that in the book of Isaiah 36, verse 6, right? It talks about trusting in that broken reed. That's what our people will be into. They're into trusting in that broken reed. So when they're pierced, it's all on them. Matter of fact, let's get that real fast. The book of Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6, it says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, right? Now, you should already know, Egypt is also associated with spiritual Egypt, which is America, Babylon the Great, right? It says, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. And this is what you people are going to see. This is what y'all going to see. Y'all going to see when trusting in this devil, you are going to get pierced. All right? Because you're dealing with a serpent. So he's going to pierce you with that pointy dagger tail he has. And you're going to see that he was that serpent, he was that dragon that we was always speaking about. That what? Was to not be trusted. So let's jump back. It says, so no, yeah, that's really the point. That's really the point, because we got the verse 3. That's the point of that. All right. So yeah, so just basically going into this, as I was speaking during while I was in the transit, trusting in these other things, trusting in these other ways, these philosophies, these doctrines. That's what you're going to get. Okay? You're going to get that shame and that confusion once you continue to further see this wicked society break down, because it is going to break down. It's already prophecy and set up to break down. Okay? It's already set up to be doom and gloom, to be through. Right? But see, he's telling you on one hand that trust in him. He is the way. Life and death comes from him, right? Trust his technology. Everything will be fine. Peace and safety. See, this is the BS that he's telling you people, that's encouraging you, right? Right. What did it say? You only live once. Love, right? Under the banner that what they push under that, love, happiness, the pursuit of happiness, all these different things, right? Really, because they're pushing wickedness behind it, the behind the scenes agenda, or, behind the scenes agenda, behind a whole ordeal. But it's all rooted Like I say, it's all rooted in wickedness, right? All rooted in wickedness. All right? So, to say this, really, E is just trying to see the downfall of our people to go down with him because he know he's going down. Even though he's going to Durst fight, he already know he's going down. He know he's going down, right? But he wants to bring a lot, as many as people that he could bring along as he can. That's what he's going to do, right? That's what he's going to attempt to do, or that's what he is doing. All right. So until next time, it's just a quick hit. But until next time, I just want to say shalom.